The 91 Cup final was all about the two most unpredictable men in English football. Brian Clough, the legendary Nottingham Forest manager who'd never got his hands on the FA Cup, and the £8 million rated Paul Gascoigne, who was rumoured to be leaving for Lazio to balance the books at Spurs. When the daft Geordie came out to inspect the pitch wearing a shell suit and a pair of slippers, the crowd sensed something was brewing.
I have looked at the tapes, and when it comes to the final I switch it off. I don't watch it.
Anticipation here, amazing, even by the standards of this extraordinary competition. Brian Clough finally arrives in an FA Cup final, and he does so on the day which may well see Paul Gascoigne's goodbye to English football.
Before the game, Paul was very tense. He was really up for it, couldn't wait for the game to start.
He has got this crazy side, and it was really displayed in the 91 final.
In Gaza, it doesn't take a lot to get him wound up. And as you say, the first tackle on Gary Parker, it was a shocking tackle.
He just went in to win the ball, and he just couldn't believe that Gaza stuck his foot where he did.
Roger Milk, the referee's come over and he's giving it the old laughing and joking and well, mind, there you go, Paul.
If the ref had booked him, Gaza could have been one of the best players in the world. I know you shouldn't blame the ref. That seems like the ultimate in blaming the ref. It was his fault, not Gaza. But it was like, if somebody just told me to calm down, please just calm down.
I didn't actually see that Paul's foot had caught Gary Parker around about the neck area. If I'd have seen that, then I'm sure that you'd have been able to go over to Paul to try and calm him down and to talk to him about it.
With no rebuke from the referee nor his captain, Gaza was officially out of control.
Everyone tells you where they were when Kennedy was shot. Everyone tells you where they were when they heard that Elvis died having a crap. Most football fans now will judge the day when Paul Gascoigne tried to scythe Gary Charles in half using a kung fu move during a cup final as the day Gaza's career was over.
Your heart just went, oh, I can't believe that.
Gary Charles took the ball and I went to check him, but he's took a bad touch. His touch let him down a little bit, just fraction inside. And then I've turned and tried to put a good tackle in, which I missed him. I was just pleased that he didn't get injured from it, because it was me that made the stupid tackle.
And you'd have thought Gary Charles should have come off worse, but no, Gaza stayed down.
And of course he's in bits, isn't he? And you can see his hands over his like that.
From the free kick resulting from Gaza's kamikaze tackle, Stuart Psycho Pearce lined up a pile driver.
Is it going to be Pearce? It is!
Go on, Cloughie, smile. It was looking bleak for penniless Spurs, 1-0 down and their prize asset on the way to hospital for surgery on his cruciate knee ligaments. But in the second half, Spurs found their fighting spirit.
Allen, and now it's Stewart. Yes! Tottenham are level. And Paul Stewart.
We got into extra time and we're thinking, well, we haven't played well, and it was drifting towards a replay, which we would have been delighted with under the circumstances, having not played well. And the corner came in, and if there's one person who you want in that situation, it's Des.
You'll never beat Des Walker.
Oh, an own goal.
Yeah, unfortunate for the defender. He beat himself, didn't he?
And it was Des Walker's header into his own net.
Before you know it, it's in the goal and Tottenham are picking the cup up.
And Tottenham Hotspur, the club on the verge of collapse, has won the FA Cup, and Brian Clough still can't get his hands on the one trophy that has always eluded him.
It was Spurs Cup, but the man who'd got them to the final wasn't around to pick up his medal. Gaza was on a hospital bed watching his teammates walk up the Wembley steps.
When I seen the guys going up the steps, it was good. And I was in hospital, and when they went upstairs to collect the medals and that, it hurt us.
Straight from Wembley, we got straight on the coach and we drove straight to the Princess Grace Hospital in London, where Paul had been taken.
Just 2 hours after receiving the cup at Wembley, the victorious team turned up en masse to share it with the man who'd missed out.
I walked in carrying the FA Cup and carrying his medal. So, yeah, there were definite tears in his eyes, I think, when we came in to see him.
How's Gazza doing, Doc?
It doesn't look good. He's losing a lot of fluid.
From his knees?
No, from his eyes. Ta-da!
Gazza's move to Italian giants Lazio was put on hold for a year whilst his knee recovered.
He was the greatest player most of us now have ever seen. George Best, his fans are dying off in droves. They're all older than Wogan. You know, for my generation, Gazza was fantastic, and he burnt like a flame and then died that day when he did that.
There'll never be another one like Gascoigne.
You're unbelievable.
Get in.